Married to Medicine LA, darlings. Let's go. Okay, so the episode began where it left off last week, where Sahara is still, the intuitive, is still sitting in the chair reading the girls. She had just got finished reading Jazmin, and, yelling at her. Jazmin ended up walking out. Her and Britten was in the bathroom talking, said that this lady's full of shit. And let's just go back up there for the Kiki. AKA, the producers told them to go on back up there in the seance. So they went back up there. It was funny, y'all. So at that moment she was talking to Imani. She said that she said she's a spiritual leader and a spiritual guider, and what else she said? She said she's very spiritual. And she was just foolishness, complete foolishness. I was like, dear God. It was just funny. But a lot of the girls, some of the girls was taking it seriously, some of the girls wasn't. So I probably would have laughed at certain parts of it. So then she got to Shanique. She told Shanique to take off her mask, because I don't even know who I'm talking to right now. She took off the mask. Shanique said she said something to somebody that she shouldn't have, and she apologized to Asha. These girls in this group have a issue with accepting apologies. Me, if the situation's not that serious, I would accept your apology. I would just keep my eye open for you, like my big eye open for you next time. Either that, or I just won't fool with you at all. So yeah, but I'm just like, there's a part of me that felt like Shanique's apology was sincere. I really do feel like it was sincere. Even if it was fake, she at least apologized. I mean, hell, who's to say whose apology is ever real and whose apology is ever fake? We don't know. So, I mean, some people are good actors. Some people are not so good actors. It's just like, just apologize and move on. And hell, like Imani, she apologized to Jazmin last week. She didn't accept it, and she moved on. I mean, hell, I did my part as a citizen. What you want me to do? So, that happened. And, they were talking. And, Sahara gonna say, do you feel her energy right now? Do you see what she's giving right now? I don't believe that, she's telling the truth. And once Sahara said that, once she kept grilling certain girls, I was like, yeah, this is something that Asha and Noelle set up to come at the other girls about. I truly do believe that now. As much as I love Asha and Noelle, they did do that. I truly believe that. I was like, child, this show is a mess. It was funny though. Let me see. But Shanique is holding true to the fact that she says that Asha's husband, while he was Asha's husband, was texting his ex, the doctor lady. What's her name? Anissa? Something like that. And I believe that. I believe Shanique know what she's talking about. Robert and Asha's husband's real close friends. And, they all run in the same circle. That girl, the Miss Doctor lady, Robert, and Asha's husband, Larry, I believe. So, I believe Shanique knows what she's talking about. I believe Shanique got the tea. Now, she didn't have to spill it that way, but Shanique got the tea. What else is going on? So, Imani, this is the first time she's ever, FaceTimed her sister. She was able to FaceTime her sister. She has not seen her father. Her father and her mother divorced when she was 8 years old. And she has not seen her father since she was 11. And she always knew she had a sister, but she did never meet her, never FaceTime her throughout all the years. So she finally got to FaceTime her sister. And it was sweet to see, she was crying. Her sister was crying and she was crying. And next episode, which is the season finale, I'm like, they only done had 2 episodes this season. Why is next week the season finale of Married to Medicine LA? It's weird to me, whatever. So, but they had that moment. It was a very sweet scene. So I can't wait to see Imani reunite with her sister. And you know, how crazy is it that Imani's sister, she said she always knew she had a sister and all that kind of stuff, and the dad talked about Imani all the time, but she couldn't come see her. But you couldn't come see her, sir. But you spent time with your other daughter, but you couldn't go see Imani. That's just crazy to me. I don't understand that kind of behavior. I don't. You treat all your kids the same or don't have any. How about that? Let me see. Noelle, she had a scene at the Debbie Allen's Dance Academy, child. This is something that her and her daughter like to do, like to bond, etc. They was in there dancing in their life, and I was like, okay, I'm here for it. Because we found out last week that Noelle was one of MC Hammer's dancers. Too legit to quit. Okay, what else is going on? Robert, which is Shanique's husband, he has the opportunity to move up at his job, but he don't know for sure because he's already his schedule is very tight, and he already barely gets to spend a lot of time with his family. Being a doctor is probably the most, if not one of the most stressful jobs ever, and long jobs ever. You're constantly on call. You can't really relax like that because the minute you sit down chilling, you on call. You got to come in. It's a very it's worth it. I mean, money wise, but it is a very demanding lifestyle where you do spend a lot of your time not with your loved ones, unfortunately. So he has the opportunity to move up at the job, but he's not sure if he wants to do it or not. And she's talking to him about that. I'll get back to that a little later. So Dr. Britten, we found out that she talks to Contessa all the time on the phone. They're very good friends, best friends. And she's still at this. She has a what do you call it? Conundrum. I'm not that smart. I don't use them kind of words, but I'm learning things. So she has a conundrum, and she, basically what it is that it's this whole moving situation. The husband and the kids is in Florida. He wanted her to come to Florida. She was like, I'm not coming to Florida. I ain't got no friends in Florida. I ain't got nothing but y'all in Florida, and that's not enough. So she went to LA, better opportunities, also job wise, etc. He don't want to come to LA because he don't like how the LA's housing is set up, and the whole situation. I guess he got friends in Orlando or a couple of lovers. I don't know, allegedly. But, it is what it is. And Contessa was just like, child, you really do need to stay in LA. LA is where your people at. And, I don't know what you're going to do. Like, so she really don't know what she's going to do. It's crazy. I can't believe next week is the season finale. And next week, Britton's going to tell the girls that, she is moving back to Orlando. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know. We just get to meet these girls and y'all separating already. It doesn't make sense. So Britten, she decides to have a little get together with all the girls at her place. She wanted to do a whole makeup of the whole terrible situation that happened with Sahara, darling. So Asha arrives first. Britten had the food catered over. Asha arrived, helped us set up a little bit. It was cute. Then Noelle came in, and then I believe it was Jazmin, then Imani, then Shanique, or whatever. So all the girls get there. It was nice to see. The girls was friendly enough, very cordial. Jazmin and Imani was cordial. Like I said, Imani said that she did her part. She apologized. Jazmin did not accept it. That's not her fault. Amen. I agree. Britten, she decided to talk, and she got emotional. She was just like, y'all girls mean the world to me, etc., etc. Seeing how she was talking, I should have known something was going to come up. And so she ended up giving the girls dog tags, because in the military, if you have a dog tag, that's how you identify that individual in case you don't recognize them, in case, you know, an accident happened or something. So she gave them all dog tags, and she basically, how she feels about them is what was on the dog tag. It was beautiful. So, you know, the girls was talking, and, you know, it was really nothing much to the scene. It was just a nice, sweet scene. It was like a last episode, pretty much. Jazmin kept pressuring the girls to get into the pool. They went on this whole thing. Is Jazmin's body's real? Asha and Noelle. Jazmin's body looked real to me, except for the boobs. But other than that, the rest of her body looks real. Her hips. She's not like a thick girl. Like, there's nothing like exaggerated on her to make me think that anything is fake on her. I don't know. Maybe she get Botox or something. I don't know. But can y'all believe that Noelle is 29 years old? I'm 29. No, I'm sorry. Can y'all believe that Jazmin is 29 years old? Jazmin look like she's the same age as the rest of the girls, 30s and 40s. Jazmin's 29. I cannot believe Jazmin's 29. Some of y'all folks live hard. Some of these men too live hard. Y'all just be in y'all early 20s and stuff and be looking every bit of 38. But bless their heart. You know, but my God, I don't know. Let me see. So the last scene was Robert and Shanique. Now, I have been liking Robert this whole entire time, for the most part. I've said I've liked him more than I like Shanique, but on this situation, I'm on Shanique's side. I did not appreciate, I know they're married, I know whatever, but I did not appreciate the way that Robert was talking to Shanique. Robert get off late hours. The kids had just got into the bed. And, you know, they had school the next day or whatever. You know, there's no reason for young kids to be staying up all night anyway, in my personal opinion. So, you know, she had just got a call because, you know, Shanique runs her own condos or apartment complex, but she's the landlord or whatever. So, you know, she's kind of on call too, like Robert. Not as demanding, obviously. Robert is a doctor, but I'm just saying, she's on call. People call her, something going on with departments, etc., etc. She instructs the people, you know, on what to do. So she gets a phone call. Somebody said there was a pipe had busted in their, you know, building, and, you know, they needed emergency assistance, etc. That's very serious. Robert gonna say in their confessionals, he was just like, well, I'll take your job. I'll take your phone calls over my phone calls anyway. Your own call over my own call anyway. Basically downplaying, you know, what she do. Now, like I said, I understand there's a big difference from being a landlord and a doctor, but I mean, there's no reason to downplay that girl's job. And then she also said that my job was supporting us for a long time before you became on the up and up. So I was just like, that's interesting. What she said? No, I'm not in the bathroom. It's like, was she saying that? It's like, was she saying the same thing to him? Was she rubbing it in his face when he didn't, you know, have much, or when her job was supporting the entire family? I'm sure not. Similar to a Tiny and T.I. situation. Tiny was Tiny before T.I. was T.I. Tiny had more money than T.I. for a while before he popped off and became the king of the South. So, you know, it's just an ego thing with men. Like, I don't understand that. So anyway, Robert is mad at Shanique because he don't understand why the kids can't stay up 30 minutes past their bedtime to see him. And she was just like, well, he can see. I mean, you know, they know who their daddy is. I mean, you can see the kids on the weekend when you out for something. What are you talking about? Take them somewhere. Take them to the skate palace. And I didn't understand that either. I'm like, these kids need to be on a strict schedule. They're kids, especially for school. Why is they staying up at 11:30, 12:30, 1:30 just to see you, and so you can hug them so they can go back to sleep? I was completely on Shanique's side. Shanique started getting emotional and all that kind of stuff. He was just like, well, you can quit. Basically saying your little job ain't nothing but a hobby that you can quit. I can support all of us. That's what he wants you to do. Just sit at home and do nothing to raise kids. What you doing on the low, Dr. Roberts? Little short ass. That pissed me off. I didn't like that. I didn't like that whole conversation. How he tried to make it seem like, oh, what she do is nothing, and oh, you don't have to do that. She might don't have to do that, but that's what she want to do. See, some men act like they like for their women to go out and have their own careers and own minds and but they really don't. They really want you to sit at home and just raise kids while they out doing whatever they doing. Mm-hmm. Now maybe he'll make it up next week. I don't know, but I didn't like that whole situation. I don't like that controlling, demanding, sit at home and churn butter kind of mindset. I don't like that. But that was it. I still like Robert, but I didn't like that conversation. But seeing some of his views, yeah, that wouldn't work. So, I don't know. God bless the family. They'll be all right. But he tried it with that. He tried it. But he's probably just stressed out and tired. That's a lot on you, doctors. Being a doctor, you lose people. You become close with patients. They end up passing away. All kinds of terrible things happen in the hospitals. So I can only imagine. But still, there's no reason to downplay what she do, especially since what she do supports y'all as well and have for so many years or however long it was. So, yeah. I mean, you don't think she get tired? Raising kids is the hardest job in the world. You don't think she get tired of just sitting with kids all day? You think she just want to stay home and just do homework? Child, please. So with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at @IsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter, at @IsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.